we stand at what may be the most ironic moment in modern history. Although we are in isolation, we must reach out to a fellow Malaysian who is desperately hoping that a white flag hoisted outside his home will speak of his dilemma. And that lone and disabled man, Mohamad Nor Abdullah's white flag was spotted by strangers who instantaneously came to his rescue with food and cash. It has come to this. A white flag in surrender. The white flag or hash bendera putih was initiated by Izat Abu Talib, a soup kitchen veteran, and his friends to help those who are starving during this COVID-19 pandemic. The team had made a pledge to provide food provisions to those who display a white flag. Other morally responsible Malaysians have driven around their neighbourhood looking for white flags and responded directly. Appeals for help have gone viral on social media platforms. 3 students, Siddharth Nagapan, Cornelius Pang and Sean Mack, developed a web application Sambal SOS, which can be accessed via any web browser, to further boost this campaign. The white flag is precedented by other outreach programs where several businesses and non-governmental organizations have been providing food aid to those in need. The Free Makan campaign by Brickfields Asia College raised RM400,000 and helped feed 40,000 people in the last 2 months. Petronas stations across have begun a community food box at their petrol stations. Individuals, who are not doing well themselves, have gone with packets of self-cooked food and distributed them to the needy. On June 28, Malaysia announced its latest economic stimulus package, named PEMALAY, in response to the indefinite extension of the national lockdown. The RM150 billion package included RM10 billion in direct fiscal spending by the government in the form of wage subsidies, unemployment assistance, and cash aid. If this phenomenal amount of money did not reach a disabled, desperate, starving person, then we seriously need to re-look at the intent and facilitation of our compensatory mechanisms. People in need cannot fathom the magnitude of billion ringgit packages or future initiatives, which are not for now. They do not care or understand the graphs, charts or the mathematics of it all. Neither can they survive a one-time handout. They want to go back to work. The workers should be vaccinated. The employers can pay for the vaccination if they want to open up their factories. The nationwide lockdown was tightened further on Saturday, banning people in certain areas from leaving their homes except to buy food and necessities. Food truck operators selling nasi lemak, burgers and rojak, who depend on the daily sales, will tell you the realities of their struggle. Overcoming starvation is not a task of charity. It is an act of moral justice. The problem of hunger does not exist in isolation. It is wrapped up with a host of other maladies. If left unchecked, this will spin off yet another multitude of related problems and issues. COVID is going to be here for a while. We cannot magically wish it away altogether. The disease or the consequences will not disappear for a while. We should work around it. The disease started as a health crisis, and then a vicious cycle of economic stagnation, and now it is a silent pandemic of hunger and starvation. The world has survived world wars, pandemics and even the 1930s Great Depression. I believe we will survive this situation if we are truly honest with our intentions and have well thought out mechanisms in place. In times like this, it is tempting to be pessimistic and fearful, particularly if we do not have confidence or hope for recovery. More so, if the view from where we are locked down is further blurred by political and leadership crisis. Present leaders and opposition parties should not be exploiting the present dynamics of the period for their self-interest. The issues are real. This is surely not the time. There is an obvious difference between what the state of the day is actually doing now and what it is capable of doing. If individuals can care enough to bring change for one person at one time, establishments should surely be able to do better. Looks like at this point, the smallest form of kindness is worth more than the grandest of intentions. The white flag is not only for those who need food. Today, every Malaysian is raising a white flag hoping for a defined, durable, resilient and sustainable plan that will save us all. Vasanthi Ramachandran is an author, brand strategist and runs the NGO Helping Hands.